Nine months later, Southwest Louisiana struggles to recover from Hurricane Laura. As Olivia Vidal reports, many Lake Charles residents aren't ready to face another hurricane season as they continue picking up the pieces.
The building is getting gutted, and that's a skyscraper right there. Oh!
One of the most dangerous and intense storms to ever hit the United States crushed Lake Charles. Devastation for miles.
Seeing it in that condition was very difficult.
I just am mentally exhausted.
People homeless 9 months later.
I know there's only so much we can do.
But in the middle of the destruction, stories of recovery. As you drive around Lake Charles, some things remain untouched since the storms. Trees snapped and mangled, street signs bent and barely standing, homes with work yet to begin. But one thing has changed, the streets noticeably cleaner. Lake Charles city officials say crews picked up more than 4 million cubic yards of debris following hurricanes Laura and Delta. To put that into perspective, that could fill nearly 200 football fields. But piles of debris are still found throughout the area, like in front of Natalie Sukdial's home, a home she and her husband purchased just 8 months before Hurricane Laura's landfall.
The contractor didn't cover or tarp the roof correctly. Our roof is still unfinished.
And her home yet to be repaired.
The damage came in through the back patio and in throughout the attic into several places of the house.
On almost every street in Lake Charles, you see blue roofs. The faint smell of sawdust fills the air as residents rebuild.
2 closets had to be totally gutted just from immense water that just came in.
Portia Matuire walks through the shell of her home of 20 years. Work has yet to begin here. Like many others in the region, she plays a waiting game. And as hurricane season nears, she hopes storms stay away.
Every day I just pray that I'm guided where I need to be, with the people I need to talk to make something happen and to make it whole again.
A little further north in the small community of Moss Bluff,
And we can start putting back the shower and
some progress, slowly but surely.
I am ready to have a bathroom in my house, so I can have my own bathroom and not share one with my husband.
Erin Davison says windows for her home ordered in December just came in 2 weeks before the start of hurricane season. She says the big holdup came from waiting on insurance money.
This is where our main bathroom.
For now,
Camper has a name and it's called Home.
she and her husband and the dogs live in a camper in the backyard.
It's challenging to keep a positive mental fortitude, especially whenever you're like, okay, now we've got hurricane season starting again.
Moving forward, it's become a theme here in Southwest Louisiana, not waiting on national media attention, not waiting on federal government aid, but taking things into their own hands, pushing through with grit and determination to rebuild stronger and better than before. Reporting in Lake Charles, Olivia Vidal, Fox 8, Local First.
Despite the record-breaking season with 30 named storms, the amount of damage was much lower than it could have been. That's because some of the worst storms like Laura, Delta, and Sally struck lower population centers, and Zeta moved fast enough to prevent widespread damage over southeast Louisiana. Katrina remains the most expensive hurricane disaster on the U.S. mainland at $173 billion, followed by Harvey and Sandy. By contrast, Laura ranks 14th at $19.2 billion, Sally 31st at $7.3 billion, and Zeta is the 40th costly storm with an estimated $4.4 billion in damage.
This hurricane season, we want to make sure you're getting up-to-the-minute information. Next, find out how you can get constant weather updates from Fox 8 if you lose power. Plus, David will have some final thoughts on what could be a very busy season. Coming up, more of Weathering the Storm 2021 with Fox 8 Chief Meteorologist David Bernard.